have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Phil Smith,
an inmate at Loose Correctional Institution. This call will be monitored and recorded. For customer assistance, collection, or complete procedures, or to block future calls, dial 1-866-230-7761. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, thank you for using Globotel Link.
Hello, sir.
what's going on, Adam? How are you?
Good. Is it as hot in North Carolina as it is in New York?
It's hot everywhere. You can't go outside 2 seconds without breaking a sweat.
I got to tell you, I feel for everybody inside. I mean, I think about all my time inside. Never, it was just, I know everyone is just suffering.
Yeah, well, luckily for me, I'm in a prison now where they have air conditioning, but it wasn't always like
shit.
that. I was at a prison called Nash for 14 years, and I moved into a cell block that didn't have air. The air conditioning was broken, and the building was so old that the company that made the air conditioner was no longer in service. So to fix it, they had to fabricate the parts. You can imagine how much that cost.
Jeez.
So, 2 years. So, in the summertime, when it was 100 degrees outside, 5 o'clock in the morning, everybody's running outside in the day rooms, putting their chairs in front of the 2 floor fans, right in front of the TV. And so, half the time, I wouldn't even be watching TV. I'd just be sitting in front of the fan all day trying to stay cool.
Sure enough. Think about that even, like these stationary fans, and it's like resource scarcity. Like, I'm sure there was fights like over that. I think about like whenever it's hot in there, it's like too hot to fight, but also like people's nerves are just like on edge.
Yeah, everybody's irritable. Yeah, it's too hot to fight, but I think that's what kind of leads to fight.
Sure enough.
But and I'll say this, around that time when I was at...
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
This was like 2021, 2022. The state allotted about $30 million to upgrade air conditioner or install air conditioning in prisons that didn't have it. And I'm not sure if that money ran out, but the project paused because they hadn't passed the budget for 2 years. And it's just now in talks of passing the budget, but I think by the time it passes this year, the summer will be over, and it'll be too late.
Oh, yeah. And even if it does, implementation is years and years. Question, when you say air conditioning, one of the spots I went through reception, it was called Downstate. They since closed it, but that was a more modern, and that had it was air conditioned, but it definitely wasn't cool. Are you comfy, or is it like cool?
It's a nice temperature.
Okay.
I can't complain.
Nice,
it's
man.
Not hot. It's not cold. It's it's comfortable. I can say that.
So
It's definitely comfortable.
That's the housing unit. I'm happy for you. How about other areas of the prison? Are they allowing movement, or is it one of these modified schedule things?
Well, when if the temperature, the heat index is over, I think 92 or 93, we're not allowed yard call. We have to stay inside the block. The other prisons I've been to, when the temperature is high like that, even if it's over 100 degrees, they might let you outside, but you can't do any activity.
Oh, how interesting.
What you do is walk laps.
Huh.
For here, you ain't going outside at all. You're stuck in the block all day.
Interesting. Yeah, in New York, they had no compunction about us doing whatever, wherever. I guarantee right now it's 8 o'clock. Handball court in Attica is fucking humming. Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, to be honest, back in the day at Central Prison, it was the same way.
Yeah.
When I say back in the day, I'm talking early 2000, 2002,
Yeah.
2003. It was absolutely smoking outside, and they didn't have no problem opening the yard and letting you go out. They rarely closed it. But, you know, somewhere down the line, I guess.
Somebody died.
Something happened. And they're like, we got to shut this down. We can't let these guys out.
You know, the spot I left from, Fishkill, it's a very old prison. It was like a psych ward, and they kind of built on top of it. But there was, no AC. No spot in New York really has AC like that. A couple of the newer spots have a little bit of climate control, but it's not comfortable. But this spot was fucking terrible. And I was in the dog program, so we got actually extra, or the dogs got cooling things. The dogs got extra fans, and we ended up getting an ice machine for the housing unit. So it was like 15 guys sharing this huge ice machine. And so we were able to make it a little bit more comfortable. But that was the best. And people looked at us like, these fucking dogs get stuff that we don't. And I felt for them. But that is.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what is the irony that you have caged men and caged animals, and the government treats the caged animals better? They treat them.
Yeah. Well, no doubt. The story is like even more than that, because it's not per se the government. It's just who has more political pull, and the woman who owns that organization, has some political pull. And so there were favors like that. And, the dogs get access to this, they get that. And so by extension, we did. And, I would feel like I would look at guys, in the housing, like the housing unit next to us. These guys are like taking turns smoking at the bathroom window. Like that's their wreck, And here we are like out playing with dogs, and like drinking ice water. And it's just, it's like survivor's guilt almost.
It's a hard life though, man.
Yeah.
You live in an environment where, everything is so old and archaic. They don't even have air conditioning. and now we know that air conditioning isn't just a creature comfort, like it's a necessity.
Right.
It's something that you need. And it's just no underestimation to explain what it feels like to sleep in a sweltering cell. I remember there was one time when I was in CP in the Central Prison, and the air went out. So Central Prison is old. They have trap doors in the door. So like it was meant for long-term lockup.
Wow.
That's where they feed you. Open the gate, put your food in there. So it was so hot in the cell that I was laying on the concrete floor with just my boxers.
Yeah.
Like 3 o'clock in the morning. And a female officer came by. She was like, and I was like, no. She said, you want me to open the trap so you can get some?
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
I said, I want you to open the door. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So she did open the trap.
Yeah.
I was able to get a little bit of air, and they fixed the air conditioner like a week or two later. But Central Prison is one of those old places where everything was always poison.
Yeah. I remember doing pulling that move. You do what you can, or like laying on the wet, like the wet sheet. But it almost feels like, so I started in 99, kind of like around when you started. And it almost feels like is it me, or is it just like, it's legit, like getting hotter?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a liberal, I'm not a
right.
Kid, but I definitely think there's some truth to this whole global warming thing, because I don't remember being this hot when I was a kid.
That
my memories of summer was running in the woods and staying away from everybody. And it wasn't looking for air conditioning, trying to play video games.
Right. But even just like, I remember like when I started, like in 99, and like the summers were bad, but it wasn't like insane. I remember the last few years inside, it was fucking insane. I don't know, people dying in cells. That just feels like a newer thing.
But again, I think that we know more about global warming. Whether people want to deny it or not, you can't step outside tomorrow at 105 degrees and think like it's really hot. Those are temperatures you usually see in Arizona.
Yeah.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Nevada somewhere. You don't see that on the East Coast.
Right.
And so there is definitely some type of shift going on.
Yeah.
And
it's just a numbers thing, right? You can't. Yeah. Yeah.
They have to keep up.
Right, and out here you can. I mean, like out here you can. In prison, you can only do so much retrofitting. I think that's why I just think about like
one
people.
Thing that they do at this prison where I'm at is they put like igloo coolers, the yellow coolers.
Yeah.
They put them in the cage on the yard.
Nice.
Fill them with ice water.
Nice.
So when you're outside working out, you can get some ice cold water and stay cool. Because you really do need it. Only time you were allowed to work out now was how like this is, first about 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. It was so hot tonight though that they didn't open the yard. So we pretty much been inside since 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
It sucks because you're cooped up all day. And this place doesn't have a gym. So, you don't get your rec first thing in the morning, you're just not going to get it at all.
Right, which leads to, bad stuff too. Idle time.
You start crazy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You start, people who do drugs start looking for drugs. People who get into trouble start looking for trouble. It's just the incarceration.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't. You got to burn it off somehow. Like, I mean, I was never like a real big outdoor guy. I had friends inside. Like during a lockdown, if they weren't working out, like 3 or 4 days of them not like hitting the weights, they were legit going through it. I mean, I felt for them. It was not me, but I get that.
Yeah, there's a guy here, he's a good friend of mine, and he kind of leads this workout team, so we don't have free weights. Everything we do is pull-ups and dips. And
love pull-ups.
Body squats and all that. But he runs this workout team, and, they work out at least 6 days a week. I work out 5 days a week by myself. They work out 6 days a week, where they might run a mile, then go through circuit training for an hour. And you can see it wear on them when they can't work out. You can see it because
right.
Recreation, exercise, it definitely has a psychological benefit that we have to recognize. We have to understand that you need physical exertion. Not only does it lower your cortisol, the chemistry aspect of it, but it also eases your mind. So, the guy that jumped in line in front of the canteen in front of you, it might not bother you as much if you worked out for an hour or 2 hours.
Right.
Than if you've been cooped up yourself off all day. Because you burned off that aggression.
Hell yeah. No, that's definitely a thing. And so, like, to square the circle, I mean, by not allowing any rec time, so, like, it's cool and you guys can be inside, but because the department's, like, risk management, checkbox says, if it's over this, we might get sued, so just keep them inside. I think out here, people do realize like the benefit and the need for working out, and like I think
you have 60 seconds remaining.
We just don't grant it to people in prison.
Yeah, well, they really started cutting back on the yard even before the heat, just because of understaffing.
Same here.
Record 60% understaffing.
Yep. So same old story.
It's they kick you out, make you go outside. Now, sometimes you hardly go out at all, and the excuses always understand.
Yo, Phil, you want to call back for a few and just chop it up?
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
All right, man. All right. Peace.